All of you are familiar with the public school system, where children go to school for 6 or 7 hours a day, sit in classrooms, and pass or fail their exams based on certain academic milestones. And I expect that many of you are aware that students fall behind, or still pass their classes but are struggling to learn the material, a repeating cycle that makes these students feel more and more lost with each passing year. Let me tell you a story about Maya. Maya, my younger cousin, is a very sweet and caring 6th grader that always tries her best in class. That's what she's always been told. My aunt always made sure that Maya knew that if Maya tried her best, that was all that mattered. But every child has struggles, and Maya's struggle was ADHD. Maya would often have a hard time paying attention in class, and she often fell behind and failed her placement tests. And while Maya continued to move on grade by grade as her administration adapted her standards so that no student was left behind, she really was left behind, feeling more and more disconnected from the learning environment. But Maya isn't the only middle schooler struggling to stay on top of their class. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, 32% of students, on average, ended the 2023 to 2024 school year a grade behind in at least one academic subject, with many students falling multiple grades behind. Voices turn toward personalized tutors, as Benjamin Bloom's 2 Sigma study analyzed the effectiveness of a personalized tutor on student learning versus conventional classroom learning, finding that having only a personalized assistant teaching students proved to be far more beneficial to student learning than conventional learning in a classroom with a single teacher. But this is just wishful thinking, as getting a personalized tutor for every student would cost millions, something public schools couldn't even dream of affording, right? But what if there was a way to provide every student with a personalized learning experience, without replacing conventional classroom learning, and keep it all within each school's tiny budget? AI personal tutors are already rising in popularity and effectiveness, with websites such as Khan Academy, Brandly, and Jungle AI offering tutoring services run by artificial intelligence. With students across the United States struggling with academics, AI offers an opportunity for schools to set a new standard for what a good education looks like. AI can do this when complementing teacher instruction through personalization and taught under a foundation of academic integrity to prevent opportunities to use AI from being a gateway to cheating and academic dishonesty. Educators such as Heather Gauck have seen AI's abilities to transform education in the classroom firsthand. In her classroom, she experienced how AI-powered voice-to-text tools can aid students with fine motor challenges, and others who struggle with reading comprehension can gain assistance from AI programs such as DIFT, which adapts reading passages to a lexile level that suits the reader. A 2023 survey of U.S. educators by Forbes found that the majority of educators actively using AI in the classroom experience improvement in learning outcomes for their students. With many administrations already tapping into the power of personalized AI learning tools, I believe that the majority of schools and teachers need to take a step forward in solving a major problem in our education system, with a solution already easily accessible to anyone with an internet connection. Something we have to address, as with any topic related to technology and education, is the opportunity for academic dishonesty in the classroom. According to Pew Research Center, about 35% of educators believe that AI will do more harm than good in the classroom, and a study by Christopher Filson and others report the increasing issue of plagiarism, contract cheating, and falsified references through AI. The clear thinking process here is cause and effect. Giving students opportunities to use AI in the classroom, even with the intent of increasing student learning, will result in cheating behaviors. But this may not really be the case. Actually, banning AI might actually make the problem even worse. A pilot study conducted by Ferguson and colleagues tested an approach to AI education called the AI assessment scale. What this did was it created a set of clear guidelines of how a student may use AI in an assessment, with the most liberating levels allowing full, unrestricted use of AI and the most constricting ones prohibited a use of AI in any part of the assessment. This method of instruction was extremely effective, as AI-related academic misconduct cases dropped from 6.5% of assignment submissions to merely 0.1%, resulting in over a 98% decrease in these cases. By teaching students of how to use AI in the classroom, and by creating clear guidelines for using AI depending on the assessment, AI can actually strengthen academic integrity instead of weakening it. So we've gone over AI's benefits in being an assistant in the classroom, and how we can use AI preventatively to stop students from cheating and limiting their own development. But we haven't talked about might be the most important part of teaching AI to students. Because of this reason, it's essential that we integrate AI into the classroom. So essential, in fact, that students will be coming back to their teachers, thanking them for sharing their AI knowledge. What I'm talking about is a job market constantly changing due to technological innovation, and more specifically AI. A study by Young Tae-sun and colleagues found that 47% of US jobs may be at risk of automation within the next decade. This means that many students' dream jobs won't even exist by the time they enter the workforce. I think that a major criticism of AI is that it will come and replace jobs, and that unemployment will skyrocket as a result. But similar to past innovation, the far more probable result is that AI development will demand new types of jobs, rather than eliminating them altogether. And because of this, future employers will be looking for proficiency in AI technology in a potential employee. A doctor that uses AI to organize medical records, or a real estate manager that uses AI to analyze market patterns, will be more desirable in their respective fields than those who can't. And since most jobs pay by the hour, many corporations are looking for an employee that can get quality work done as efficiently as possible. In the workforce, you don't lose points for using AI to help you do your tasks. So if we want students to be competitive in tomorrow's job market, we must view AI as not only a way to benefit student learning in the classroom, we need to teach it as a skill itself. But while I've stressed the importance of using AI in the classroom for a variety of reasons, that is much easier said than done. For all the teachers in the audience, if I ask each of you to use AI in your classroom in the way I've explained it to you, many of you would need training and practice using AI tools before being ready to use them in your classroom on a daily basis. And you aren't the only ones, as Yusuf Al-Jamer's research highlights that while many teachers have basic digital skills necessary to educate a class using slideshows, digital games, and online assignments, many teachers lack specific AI knowledge to use AI tools in the classroom. This means that the success of using AI in education depends not only on the tools, but on the professional development teachers receive in order to take advantage of this developing piece of technology. If AI is integrated into the classroom responsibly in a way that increases student learning and development, we could see more success and belonging in the school system, as well as a decrease in academic dishonesty. But if we want to achieve this success, we must set limitations on artificial intelligence, as many of you have already seen how students are using AI in the classroom and how that inhibits their learning. And lastly, we need to prepare students for this innovation to ensure that we harness AI's full potential in helping students achieve their goals. And just like we are taught math and reading to prepare ourselves for life beyond education, let's make sure our students leave with the digital skills they need to achieve greatness in the workforce. Thank you.